Hello, people. 2 people waiting. Thank you for coming by, or perhaps you've come and gone, I don't know. Like Delqua, who couldn't stay for me to come back from making my coffee and taking out the clothes from the washing machine. But it doesn't matter, because I know that ultimately, if you're any good at all, the actual number of viewers will exceed, well, most of the viewers viewing this will not be the ones watching it now. So I shouldn't be too much focused on the here and now, as long as I have something worthwhile to say. Why do I say Sunday morning blues? Because a number of, well, 2 disappointing things have happened. The post that I posted, the blog post that whose link I just posted in the chat, is the thing I'm talking about, because as far as I was concerned, it was a really good stream. It was funny, it made all the right points, but for some reason, a stupid fat fuck threatened to report Jen's channel. Yup, stupid fat fuck who won't learn the difference between a valid argument and a sound argument. In fact, he was spilling his guts out yesterday, and that was what he was doing. He could have been doing his homework for finding out, what a valid argument was and what a sound argument was. But in fact, he chose to spill his guts out. And of course, a certain person was listening. Jen was listening because she wanted to hear all the shit he was going to be talking about me. Anyway, his threat gave her the perfect excuse to delete the video that actually I had predicted she'd do it, because on the video, before she closed it hurriedly, I said, please don't delete this stream, Jen. Anyway, it's gone now, and Jay gave her the perfect excuse. This brings me to the subject of whether you should always give in when you're threatened. The answer, of course, for those who know me, would be no, you don't give in to threats. Otherwise, you are no better than cattle, Jen. Somebody threatened you, so you yield. But I think she didn't believe he would do it anyway, even though the stupid fat fuck, threatened her. She thought, that gives me a wonderful, convenient excuse to delete the video that I thought was so great about exposing Claire Khaw's allegedly false axioms and poor logic. This was how she titled it. Exposition of Claire Khaw's allegedly false axioms. Sorry, she didn't say allegedly, I put in allegedly, of course. Exposition of Claire Khaw's false axioms and poor logic. That was her revised title. I think the first one was, I can't remember, but it was something innocuous about logic. But fear not, I saved the transcript. So the best bits are not forever gone. Now, why did a stupid fat fuck threaten Jen? Because he's a stupid fat fuck, of course. He's been saying, I didn't mean it, it was obviously a joke. But you see, stupid fat fucks don't watch themselves, they just let their mouths run off. He could have been doing his homework and sucking his pen and wondering which one was a valid argument and which one was a sound argument in the debate between Connops and John Vance. But after actually saying he would do it, because God told him to do it, he decided to fuck it all up again by saying, why do I have to do it, Claire? Tell me, why do you have to do it? So I told him to fuck right off. Don't do it then. It doesn't matter. Let Jen be right. That stupid fat fucks like him will never want to understand the difference between a valid argument and a sound argument. If they ever learn it, they would forget. If they don't forget, they would forget to apply it. And anyway, who the fuck would listen to the views of stupid fat fucks who threaten people for fun, for shits and laughs? And then say, of course I was only joking. Of course I didn't mean it. You intellectuals should have known that I was only joking because I'm only a stupid fat fuck. And in the case of Church of Entropy, it gave her the perfect excuse. A man threatened me, so I have to delete my stream because a man threatened me, even if he is a stupid fat fuck. I think when you read the transcript, you will know exactly why she deleted it. So you'll have that treat coming up. Because really, this is a sermon about 19 dislikes. Thank you for this engagement. 5 people watching now, but 19 dislikes. Which one of you has a sock account? As I was saying, do we always give in to threats? Or if it means we do, then of course we will always accept bribes. And this is why you get your shit society of corrupt politicians, because you people are no better yourselves. You people who complain about your corrupt government, you who have no regard for truth, you deserve exactly the kind of government you get. The other disappointing thing was you can actually tell when when a stream is going to be deleted. It's when Jen posts the link to the hangout in the chat. So I think that's when she invites Wignats to raid her stream and tell her all sorts of things, And I was briefly there, and I couldn't bear the boredom of it anymore. So I left. It was about 9/11, and there was the repellent Gandalf shouting and spurging every 5 minutes, telling Connops to shut up. So this is a kind of shit show she likes to have, and Connops. I guess he was bored. He stayed on, and the point to remember is that Gandalf is my replacement. We used to do quite good streams that were informative and entertaining to listen to, or at least I thought it was. I don't think I was the only person. But anyway, the one yesterday that she deleted reminded me of old times. I thought it was beautifully done. But anyway, she's deleted it because it was so beautifully done, because I beautifully filleted and eviscerated her arguments, and therefore, when given the additional incentive of the threats of a stupid fat fuck, she gladly availed herself of it and deleted it. Why shouldn't we accept bribes and give in to threats? Because that would make us no better than cattle. How are cattle controlled? By sheepdog who nip at their heels, by cattle prods that hurt them if they don't go one way. Donkeys are given the incentive of the carrot and the other incentive of the stick when they are beaten if they want to go faster. So this is how it seems the West wants to carry on now, without principle. You would have thought that Church of Entropy would like to spread knowledge and education, considering her declared official principles, but actually she prefers shit shows in which social retards and repellent retarded men would spurg out and shout over people whose views they disagree. So this is the sort of show that she wants to have, in preference to the much better ones that I used to have with her, and you can listen to it if you don't believe me. I prefer dialogues because they allow any ideological shortcoming, any argument, any poverty of logic, any fault of argument to be exposed immediately. Do you know of the, it's not recent, but anyway, the New Labour would do it an awful lot. So the old-fashioned way of people asking politicians questions would be, you stand up, you ask a politician questions, your question, and he's expected to answer it immediately. And if he doesn't, if he hesitates and sounds stupid, then he does sound stupid. But the new technique of asking several questions and making a list of them so that the politician has time to think took hold when New Labour started campaigning. So, of course, the impact is lost. And this is why Jen prefers the structure of the complicated formal debate, because then she can make all her points that don't make any sense but sound fair enough if you're not listening properly and if you're just basking in the warmth of her voice as her associates do. So, obviously, she wouldn't want one-to-one dialogue, because that would expose all the points she loses out on, or the answers She couldn't make all the questions that had her flummoxed. That is a way of escaping my questions. But they were very entertaining. They are still entertaining. And that is why she no longer wishes to do them. Thank you, Jay, for stopping this. Thank you to all stupid fat fucks who go with their emotions like the unprincipled women they like to criticize. It's not the women that is so much the problem, it is the spineless men who have no principles, who can't understand a simple exercise. These are the people that mainly populate the West now, and they are utterly shameless and without conscience, without understanding, and without knowledge or the desire for it. This is what we have now.